Hello, everyone. We're back with more, with Gurt Gets Hurt. And, well, Dark Souls Remastered drops tomorrow, as of the day of this recording. And so I figured I'd be doing something just a little bit different, just as, it's my day off and I've got some time to myself. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna actually do an episode here, a quick episode. I don't know if we're actually going to do a full playthrough of this. Probably not, but I wanted to do an episode, at least one, on Dark Souls 2. And now, Dark Souls 2 is a bit of a... It's a bit of a controversial entry into the series because it was... it was made by a different development team than the original. It had some gameplay differences that some people liked, some people didn't. For the most part, I think they're fine. Sorry, just trying to carry something off camera here for a second. But yeah, this is the Scholar of the First Sin edition, which came out for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and PC, which has some differences from the original release. Rather than getting the keys for the DLC areas from the outset like you would on the original release, you have to actually go and find them in the game world. There's been a lot of new stuff. The DLC areas are included in this game, like basically as a part of the game. Crown of the Sunken King, Crown of the Old Iron King, and Crown of the Ivory King, which are all great pieces of DLC. And honestly, I think they're actually, I legitimately believe they're better than the main game. The main game is still pretty good. It's a Souls game, so let's go ahead and fire it up. We'll start a new game. I know the first half of this game like the back of my fucking hand. Same as Dark Souls 3. I've played the beginning of this one a lot as well, because I'm indecisive. I really love how just fucking gorgeous this cutscene is. Like, this opening cutscene is just beautiful.
Where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light.
And so basically what we've got here is, it's basically just setting up, you're an undead and it fucking sucks.
And you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
Just the detail in this fucking opening cutscene is absurd. Like, this looks like a film. Like, it's just one of the most gorgeous games there is out there. I do just love the aesthetic they go for in Dark Souls 2. That's one of the things I really like about this entry is just the visual style is very, very good.
Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time.
I can't even imagine what kinds of time and money they had to spend animating this opening cutscene, because holy fuck, it's so gorgeous.
The fate of the cursed.
All right, and now we're gonna fire this up. So here we are in Drang Lake. So you've probably noticed we haven't even gone through a character creation of any kind yet. That's actually going to be coming up here in a little bit. I don't know if any of you can hear it, but there are some really, really obnoxious Canada geese outside who have they've just been awful the last few weeks. Like, there's some sort of territorial dispute. There's a big pond out behind my house that's full of all sorts of, wildlife and stuff, and these geese have been in some territorial dispute with another pair of geese, and it has just been like these honking bastards are just terrorizing all the other wildlife around here, and they're so loud and obnoxious.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face.
Hey.
The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
So these three old ladies are actually fire keepers.
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
This is like the only time I've seen like in-game From Software facial animations. Alright, so what is our name? Problem is I've already got a character on this named Gurt. We'll go with something a little different than normal.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing.
Yeah, they kind of hammer in this, like, prepare to die mindset a little too hard at the beginning of this game, I think.
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
So the human effigy is it's your humanity item in this game. And now we reach our character creation screen. I think more importantly, let's change up our... Yeah, good old character creation. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, unlike the other games, class doesn't really matter all that much. It just kind of determines your starting stats and like your starting equipment. But since there are a lot of respec items, yeah, this was the first game to introduce respecing your character in the series. So let's see, what are we gonna do this time? Are we gonna do like a good old-fashioned sword and board, or... Yeah, let's go with Bandit. They've got a pretty good, solid loadout. Gift. Alright, let's see. We're definitely going to start with the petrified something. And I'll explain why in just a little bit. Yeah, let's do this. We'll go with the Bandit. We'll do some Dex melee build.
Come here for the same reason, to break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Remember when I was saying they tried to... From Software was really big. Dark Souls had exploded in popularity at this point, and so they were really hammering home that prepare to die marketing thing real hard.
door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Boy, these old ladies sure love to cackle. So that fanfare out of the way.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic. Fair traveller, why else would you this loss? My name is the old women were once firekeepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did. The old women would, but now, the fire and the kingdom is. The old women are sisters. I am told they were long ago, but now they are lost, scattered to the old women.
I thought she was supposed to give you a ladle. She can actually give you a ladle that you can use as a weapon, which is really funny to me. So let's see. We've got human effigy. So in case we die, there is that. And so here's our first bonfire. Now those ladies will come back to visit at some point if we ever want to respec. So we found the Soul of a Lost Undead and the torch. Now this game introduced the torch lighting mechanic. They originally kind of upped the lighting in the original release because it didn't test well, but they kind of re-implemented it in Scholar of the First Sin. And honestly, this is a mechanic I actually like quite a bit. Like the whole light and darkness thing. They establish it very, very well. So there is actually something that happens if we light every sconce in this beginning area, which we won't unfortunately be able to access all of it at this time. Mostly because of this guy here, who's frozen and blocking our way. But well, like I said, yeah, something does happen if you light every sconce in Things Betwixt. Some NPC fight will arise. But, so you notice we didn't start out with a shield. Most of the classes in this game actually don't. So we're just going to try and, like, two-hand our way through this for a little while. Actually, no, we do want to keep lighting as many of these sconces as we can, so I guess we're going to keep this torch going. So you'll notice the torch has a bit of a timer over it. Every time you pick up a torch, it adds, I think, 5 minutes to the timer, so it's how much longer you can keep using the torch before the light goes out. Don't worry, I have literally never run out of light for the torch. They introduced some really cool, like, backstab animations in this one. So we get a little dagger here. Yeah, I really like how they changed up the lighting dynamics to make this, you know, this whole torch thing really work, because it looks gorgeous. So you'll notice what we also have are these little things called life gems. Now we don't get our Estus flask until a little later. This game was also the first one in the series to introduce the whole, So, yeah, it was first introduced Estus Flash Shards, but these people here, if you remember the crows from Dark Souls 1, they're back. And so what you can do is trade them smooth and silky stones of varying sizes, and they'll give you items. So for that small smooth and silky stone, we got a human effigy. Now the petrified something is you have like small smooth and silky stones, regular smooth and silky stones, and petrified somethings, which give you varying degrees of random items of varying power. So we picked the petrified something because it's going to give us something really good. Demon's Great Hammer. So we'll go ahead and we'll put away that torch. But yes, now we have... Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot to light that sconce up there. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, and there's an item over there too. I should probably go drop down and get that. Things they changed for this game, like I said, I've probably mentioned it before, but fall damage is a lot fuckier in this one than in the original. Yeah, I think I'm about to run out of torch here, so let's just kind of keep going through. And this is the area where they teach you how to two-hand. This is where they teach you how to jump. Now, originally, they put the jump controls toggled on, like, L3. So, like, you would run and click the jumps, like click the left stick to jump. Some people like that, I don't. I prefer the original jump controls. I'm just used to it. Yeah, no, jumping's a little tricky in this game because you don't jump terribly far. I've died more on the tutorial jumping back to this area than I have anywhere else. Making that jump has killed me in the tutorial area more times than any enemy. You know what, we'll see if we can... We're gonna try and stretch our luck with these, this torch. Let's see how far this torch can get us. Is there a sconce in here? No. We do have a cracked red eye orb. So there's our first PvP item, if that's something we're really dead set on. But now, as I mentioned before, and kind of got sidetracked, you'll notice we have something here called life gems. Now, this game, in addition to Estus, has consumable healing items called life gems of varying sizes. You've got small life gems, you've got like bigger life gems, and you've got radiant life gems. Old radiant life gems that will ah, shit. Well... I can always come back here later. To light those sconces when I've got more torches. Now, you're probably going to notice something here that was one of the major issues with the game visually, is that after a certain distance, enemy animations become kinda fucky. This is also the first game in the series where enemies just sort of patrol around on their own, as opposed to just standing still until a certain aggro range. Oh, shoot, that didn't kill him. Well, now I feel like a fool. I've wasted all those arrows. Not to worry, we'll be able to get more. Alright, so now that we've gone as far as we can go in the tutorial area here, let's move forward. And you'll notice that whole area is completely optional. Like, if you're familiar with Souls games and you don't feel the need to go through that tutorial area, you can just breeze right past that and get to the real meat of things. So this is Majula. Majula is our hub area, and we're going to be spending a lot of time here throughout the course of the game. So we got ourselves a divine blessing. But Majula, I love the fucking music for this area. It's just so, like, calm. Morningstar on Cleric Sacred Chime, so if you want to do miracles, which I wouldn't recommend for this game, for a couple of reasons, you can use that Cleric Sacred Chime, Morningstar. No, so here's our regular hub bonfire. So just like Demon's Souls and like Dark Souls 3, you have to come into this area to level up, and you level up by speaking to this character, the Emerald Herald. And I actually like her design quite a bit. I actually kind of like the lore around her that you figure out later on in the game.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see he who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence.
So now we have the Estus Flask. And you'll notice we're only going to start with one. But that isn't going to last long. There are a couple of there's a shard here in this hub area. There's some items around here as well. Well, I think I passed one, actually. Yeah, here we go. Some life gems, a soul item. There's another one under this tent here. So, we've got a few buildings here, and there's this really obvious, big, scary, gaping hole in the ground. We can't get down there right now without dying. Because they upped fall damage in this game, I almost think just to fuck with people who played the first a lot. But they implemented that into the game design here. This is actually one of the branching paths in the game. Now, this game, much like Demon's Souls, is sort of structured like spokes on a wheel. That you have the hub area, and you have a lot of places that just kind of go outward from there. So, and here's where we get our first Estus Flask Shard. Estus Flask Shard. Blah, blah, blah. Say that 3 times fast. Yeah, you knock that rock down into the well there. Here's our first NPC, who is Mofflin, who sells armor.
Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin.
Mollin, sorry.
I could read.
So, we really wanted to buy some different sets. You'll notice the Knights and the Warriors sets are here. He also sells a couple of shields that will... we might want later. Up here, we've got some Titanite. If I recall correctly. Yeah, shard. Alright, so he's our first NPC. Our second one is a bit of an interesting character who lives in this little shack here. There she is.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining.
It's a cat.
Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes. You may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
I think they nailed the personality of a cat. So, you can keep track of like covenant stats here. You can abandon a covenant here if you want. But she also sells our more important items, rings. These rings are all really cool for the most part. I don't really like the red eye ring much, except when you're like helping someone else out in their world to like draw aggro off them. But the silver cat ring reduces falling damage. You might recall we got that from Cirrus in Dark Souls 3. We get that from Shalquar here, and that is the only way without access to an NPC that you could fall down the hole in the center of Majula and not die. The name engraved ring is kind of like, I guess like a PvP, PvE connection item. Like you pick the name of a god, I guess, almost like a server, and it makes it easier for you to connect to people who pick the same one. So a lot of community events will like use name engraved ring to, you know, like organize, like the Return to Drangleic used the name engraved ring. Ring of Whispers, we'll need to talk to an NPC later. She also carries Homeward Bones, Luring Skulls, Prison Stones, Lloyd's Talismans. You know, the Silver Cat ring, the Ring of Whispers, and I guess to a point the Ring of the Evil Eye are really the spicy items here. The spicier items here. Huh. So we're going to keep exploring around Majula a little bit. We've got some Homeward Bones. Over here, if you want, this is where you can enter the Covenant of Champions. Now, if you enter the Covenant of Champions, the game difficulty becomes much harder. Like, enemies get a lot tougher, they deal a lot more damage. Basically, if you want your new game experience to be more difficult from the word go, then you'll go over there. Over here is our blacksmith character.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. I packed my tools in here, but now somebody's gone and...
So, he won't be able to smith anything for you until we get a key from our first main level. We'll be getting to that in a little bit. Up here, we've got the death counter of everybody who's ever played Scholar of the First Sin. So, 1,089,500 Oh no, sorry. It's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 108,953,647 times people have died as of right now. But here's our mandatory crestfallen knight,
You're undead, aren't you?
because we always have one of those.
You have that. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days. I am Solden. You probably heard that. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here. Do you know
Well,
much about
clearly you
Solden?
haven't tried very much, Salden.
Even I'm not certain.
You sound like kind of a bitch.
I'm told that anything what we call, do you see, to be alive, we undead. And that's quite a There are 4 beings, and wherever you go from here, each has a path. If that frightens you. Do you ever the journey of an you'll face invaders if you need help. When you face danger, protection is yours.
Sure, I'll join the Way of Blue. Because, frankly, I think there are a couple of cool covenants in this game.
That is a wise decision. People are...
This is an alright covenant until, we unlock, obviously, Warriors of Sunlight later on. We get 4 ring slots. But if we're wearing this ring and we get invaded, people in the Blue Sentinels can come to help us against the invaders as Blue Phantoms, which is pretty cool. Now let's see what we can do in terms of leveling up before we move on to our first main area. Oh, there is a shield we can pick up as well for free, which is why I didn't...
Seek those whose their souls will once you have found, so that hope will...
Basically, she's telling you to go find the 4 big bosses,
Is that
kill
the
them, get
shard?
their souls.
Here, let me to see light, however faint.
Every time you get a shard, she'll say that, so that you remember to give her an Estus Flash shard, get another flask. So let's level up. So we've got some decent stats here. Do we put it in a dex first? Well, let's put 1 in health, 1 in dex, and we'll call that good. So let's actually go grab that shield I mentioned. There's, like I said, this area is kind of like spokes on a wheel. There are different paths you can take. Like I said, that well goes to one main section of the game. That path behind that wall there, next to the bonfire, is where we're going to be going first to our big main area. And this tunnel area here actually can take us to 2 places. 2 sections of the game. But we'll need an NPC to access one of those places. You'll see there's an entryway here and an entryway here. The room will rotate around once we talk to a specific NPC to come help us do that. But the shield we want is going to be in this treasure chest right here. So this will be, it's not very good, but it's a starting weapon. It's a starting shield. It's free. It's better than no shield. So it gives us... So unlike in 3, where wood shields have upped magic resistance, this one's... It's just a little bitch of a wooden shield. So we got another soul item. The broken thief's sword. The reason we had to run through there is because eventually that door will close. And we'll have... And if we didn't get that in time, we'd have to go pull the switch on the other side. Pain in the ass. So now we've got ourselves a shield. Parry, we're... Actually, let's see how much... that's not quite enough to level up. I probably shouldn't have used that. Yeah, player stats. Yeah, I need about another 100 souls, but that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and move on to our first real zone of the game. Like where the game proper begins. And despite not looking like much, this bandit armor is actually pretty decent for the beginning of the game. I'm trying to remember what are the stats on this thing. So... For some reason, in this game, your stats scale your armor bonuses as well. So like I said, it doesn't seem like much, but it's actually pretty decent for beginning of the game. Go ahead and pull this switch, open up the door. You gotta kind of go right underneath it right away, because it's gonna close right now. So we've got a couple ways we can go ahead. We can go the safe way, which is boring, or we can go this way where there's items. I like this way where there's items. Human effigy, good for us. Oh, that was close. More bone and another soul item. So here we are in Forest of Fallen Giants. And that is an enemy. Excuse me, sir. That was incredibly rude. If you get too close to that big Cyclops, he will fuck you up. Pretty much guaranteed to kill you in one hit. Because he's a big, scary Cyclops. But don't worry, eventually we'll be able to take care of him. And a lot of people missed this the first time through. Right here is actually our first bonfire. I remember my very first time through the game, I missed this. And I missed this bonfire. Which is a little embarrassing, but you know, it is what it is. Got some dude with a shield here. Our shield isn't, like I said, our shield isn't terribly good, but currently it's better than nothing. So it's got a 75% physical damage reduction, which is okay. So typically when we don't want to waste a flask, we'll use a life gem. Yep, that guy gets up out of the water behind you when you head this way. We got ourselves another soul item, and we'll keep moving forward. So, something you'll probably notice relatively soon is if you look there, you'll notice there's a little red health bar underneath my axe. And that's because that shows your weapon degradation, your weapon condition on screen. Now, unlike Dark Souls 1, and like Dark Souls 3, your weapon condition restores at every bonfire. But in this game, they made the trade-off that your weapons are fucking tissue paper compared to the first game, so... Way to go here is just kind of... be relatively careful. This guy's an asshole, and he's going to throw fire bombs at you from above. Basically, your strategy here is to just not run through this area and get swarmed, but just kind of go through carefully one at a time, and one enemy at a time, and just sort of don't worry, there's another bonfire up ahead relatively soon. So we probably shouldn't have to worry about the condition of our axe. And the upside is if your weapon does break, if your weapon, armor, or shield does break in this game, it's relatively cheap to fix once you get access to the blacksmith. You might just be better off two-handing for the time being. Oh, that's much better. So we got ourselves some armor. And you're probably wondering how we deal with that asshole who keeps throwing fireballs at us. Is that hollow infantry? No, that's actually much worse than our... That's worse than the starting set. What the hell? God, that's terrible. Excuse me. So you'll notice there's a bit of a gap here, and we can jump over there. I don't think we can jump over there just yet. So what's our equip load? Is that on here? Oh, we're at 36.6%. So we're actually running pretty light right now. But, I don't know if we're going to want to try to jump over that just yet. So that's a real hard jump. I can't even remember if I can actually, like, really get over there. There's an item up here. A lot of people, including myself, missed the first time around. I'll deal with him later. Now we can come over here and get short sword and a soul item. Is that sword better than our axe? Not really. It is more durable though. So we'll go ahead and equip that for right now. Short sword's a decent weapon. Like if your starting class doesn't start out with a very good weapon, or if you're kind of stuck with the dagger from the tutorial area, this is a pretty okay choice for you. Like, this is a pretty decent weapon for you. But there's a much better weapon that's going to come up here in the area pretty soon. Oh, I did not think I was going to make that in one jump. Another soul item and some throwing knives. So we're back down here. That's the only way down. Head back up, deal with firebombing asshole. He's got a big ass sword. I like the moveset on this a lot more because you've got, well, an axe obviously can only do swings, even though it is a little stronger. You've got horizontal swings, you've got stabs, you need two-hand. You've got pretty much the same thing you've got that your axe has, so, but you also get the stab, which is pretty useful. So I like the moveset on this. So if you're wondering what the trade-off for Estus is, Estus heals a lot more, but heals a fixed amount in a much shorter time span. The consumables, well, the Estus is pretty slow. I did get some wood bolts. If we ever get a crossbow, we can use that. Get another throwing knife. Let's sneak up on this guy here. Ah, that didn't quite work. Another throwing knife. Yeah, unlike the other two games, there are a lot of ways, there are a lot of ways to have cheap deaths. Like, there's a lot, it's pretty easy to get stun locked in this game unless you've got a shitload of poise. But, it's not really such a big deal. We've got this asshole up here who's going to shoot at us, but we've only got a couple arrows, so we can't really do anything about him. We'll just ignore him. Even though he just stuck an arrow up my ass. Oh, don't worry. We'll deal with him later. There's a neat little area down here. We'll come there in a bit. Because much more importantly, right here is our first bonfire. Buy item. Well, she starts off with a broken straight sword, hand axe, and a club. So again, if you are in desperate need of a decent weapon. You can get one from her. But here's the key to the blacksmith shop. She sells it for 1,000 souls, so we'll take that. Now, unfortunately, she doesn't sell any arrows, but she does sell some pretty cool items. Human effigies, which are obviously very useful. Pharaoh's Lockstones, which will open up secret areas in the game. And Fragrant Branch of Yore. Now, if you remember that petrified dude from Things Betwixt, there are lots of petrified dudes like him throughout the game, and you use Fragrant Branches of Yours to unpetrify them.
My name is stranger to this land. Or we get as strange as the drag-legs been up and the giants across the sea. Seemed like the back poor folk like myself. That's why I keep you in trouble. They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants, from each carcass. But you know what they all say? It's high time that I pick up a moose. I've a bargain for you. Thanks.
So you talk to her enough, eventually she'll move back to Majula. I think when we go sit at that bonfire, she might go away. First, we're going to... Crystal Lizard. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. Well, I'll get it later. Got another hand axe if we really want another hand axe. Got small leather shield and some repair powder. Now, if you recall, repair powder helps fix up whatever weapon you're currently holding, restores its condition. Hollow soldier helm. And don't worry, when we sit at that bonfire and come back, that crystal lizard will be back. Now this guy's over here is kind of a fake out. They expect you to, like, head straight for the chest, not pay attention, blah blah. Yeah, no, I've been through this game like 4 times. We're smarter than that here at Gurt Gets Hurt. I've been hurt enough times to know when I've been dicked around with. Alright, so let's sit at the bonfire. Oh no, she's still going to be here for a little while, I guess. So here's our item box. And we can go ahead and put that stuff away. Actually, is that small leather shield any better than this one? It seems to have higher resistances. So yeah, I guess we'll pop that on for right now. Buckler is good if you're like super into... Go ahead and pop all that stuff in here. We don't need. Got plenty of soul items. Let's see if we can't try and get that crystal lizard. Alright, what do we got? 2 shards. Fucking baller. Right there is going to be a shortcut we'll access later, but first we're actually going to want to head down here. Now you'll notice there's been mostly, like, dudes in armor. Kind of the only real, like, big downside to this game is that not a whole lot in the way of, like, freaky monsters. A lot heavier on the dudes in armor. But, you know, again, this is far from a bad game, although I just do think it is the weakest in the Souls series. It still kind of has a special place in my heart, because it was the first Souls game I ever finished, like from all the way through. So I kind of have a soft spot for Dark Souls 2. Soul item and torch. So that's good. I do have an accidental tendency to, like, overswing in this game, but not currently. I noticed I've been kind of avoiding that. It's pretty good. Oh, shit. We don't want to fuck with that guy right now. So you're gonna be real quiet. Just kinda... So there's a little fire-breathing lizard here. We're gonna be careful, because we're just gonna ignore him. And here is probably the best item that we're gonna get for a long time. It's the fire longsword. And wait, do I not have enough strength to use it? Fuck me, I need to go level up my strength. I don't have enough strength to use that well. That sucks. I mean, I could two-hand it if I really wanted to, but, like... So this guy's a motherfucker. We're gonna wanna... try not to die. Now this game is full of enemies with automatically tracking overhead attacks, as I'm sure you'll notice these guys demonstrate fairly well. Oh. And this game's also a little fuckier with hitboxes than the other two. Yeah, we're gonna want to play real carefully around him. There we go. He's gonna give us a bunch of souls. Alright, up there is an item we can't get until almost the end of the game, ironically. But we come back here and we pretty much just go... We'll come back to this area for a few things towards the end of the game. And I kind of like how the end game has you go back to older areas and explore some places you didn't get to the first time around. It sort of gives you that whole, like, kind of Metroidvania feel. Yeah, so if you're not careful, obviously, you can get overwhelmed by enemies in this area pretty quickly. But, because I know the Forest of Fallen Giants like the back of my fucking hand, we are going to just sit. We'll head back to Majula, and now, yep, you'll notice that in this game, unlike the first one, you can teleport right from the word go. You can work from bonfire to bonfire, and it's not just certain bonfires, it's every bonfire. Which is something they brought back for 3, which I liked quite a bit. So yeah, let's level up our strength. Yeah, we'll put that up to 10 so we can use our son of a fuck fire longsword. It's gonna be super good for us. This item is really good. So now we can open up our friendly blacksmith shop. And once we sit down, he should be hard at work. I think we get a few more Titanite shards inside. Or some arrows, I can't remember. Short bow. We've already got a short bow. So that's whatever.
You. The name's Lenigrast.
Lenigrast.
Just a simple blacksmith. And you are a man ought to not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds.
Flirtatious vagabonds.
You're equipped.
So now we can buy a good selection of weapons from him. He's got, long swords, broadswords, falchion, which is a good slashing weapon, stock, rapier, battle axe, mace, spear, but we're going to stick with what we got for right now. He's got unlimited wood arrows, unlimited wood bolts, but a handful of iron arrows and heavy bolts. He's also got some Titanite shards. 10, which will go faster than you might think. So let's buy half of those and see what we can upgrade. Actually, you know what? We'll come back later when we've got some more souls. Some stuff away in our item box. We don't really need... I don't think we really need... we might want the hand axe. But no, we've got a decent amount of Titanite shards now. We'll be back for the other ones later, and eventually we'll be jamming as much of that Titanite into that fire longsword as we can, because and the short bow probably as well. Actually, you know what? I can't remember if we've got a Nah, I don't need a phantom to come right now. I might come back for you later. We got this dude patrolling around. These guys, while they're a little slow, their attacks are pretty strong. They're no joke. So that little door behind me there is inaccessible for the time being. So we get kind of a downward horizontal attack with the fire longsword here. It's pretty good. Alright, we can't get there till later. So we'll be able to get like crystal lizards and stuff with this that we couldn't get with the short sword. We got... But yeah, this is one of the best weapons that you get. It's really durable. It's got elemental damage. So it is real good stuff. So over here we have explosive barrels. Hoping we can do is bait our enemy into attacking them. Because if we attack those with our fire longsword, they will explode. And they will hurt us. Now there's some cheeky bastard up there with a firebomb. Don't worry, we'll take care of him. We're actually going to want to equip those firebombs we just picked up for a very good reason. These guys are tough to get by once you stagger them, but let's open that up. And we've opened up a shortcut here back to the bonfire. Let's just pop a life gem for now. Sorry, just one moment. I have to take care of something off camera real quick. Yeah, apologize for the delay here, folks. Alright, back to it. So down here is actually some kind of important stuff. So let's drop down this way. As you can see, we're kind of getting kerfuckeried. Oh shit. Oh boy. I did not mean to do that. Don't worry, we'll get back up. That's fine. Everything is fine. That's not a way down. Hey, you can see how that dude followed me from, like, fucking here to Timbuktu with that overhead attack. There's a lot of that in this game. I am not particularly a fan of. I mentioned there was a decent handful of bullshit in this game compared to the other ones. Oh, yeah, another shard. Sweet. But, that's one of them, is the auto-tracking overhead attacks. They're kind of dog shit. What you got? Life gem. Okay. Alright, so... yeah, so trying to get backstabs in this game is a little harder than the other one because so many enemies do, auto-tracking attacks. Sit over here and avoid those arrows for now. We'll deal with him. Just hop on over this way. Down here. And, wait for that Indiana Jones boulder to go by. Human effigy. I don't think there's anything down this way other than death. No, there's just death. Got ourselves a good old life gem. I'm gonna talk to that guy right after I deal with you. Another amber herb. Can't remember what those actually do. Slightly restore spell use. Well, those are useless to us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we're going to want to talk to this guy.
Daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler. I'm navigating. Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this Forsaken, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus.
There's a big thing you're going to notice with a lot of the NPCs in this game is that a lot of them, as they've become more cursed, their memories seem to be fading away, and the longer they stay in Drangleic, the less they seem to be able to remember.
I came to this land, Drangleic. Have you seen Majula? I've made it my... inside the mansion. I believe. Now I... Yes. Wait. Then what? Were you looking for... Wonderful. Shame on... Here. Take...
So, this is how you get into that big house in Majula. Now, he'll show up there later once you go back. Yeah, there's a surprise. This is actually a pretty big area, Forest of Fallen Giants. There's a lot to it. No item, just a message. Just hop on down here. Oh. Hello, random corpse. How are you doing? The physics engine seems to have failed us. Oh, there's... Right, I forgot there's something right down here as well. Is there a dude in here? That's death. That is not death. I prefer not. Alright, so now that we've really taken care of everything here, we can go back to the bonfire. We'll sit. We'll probably head down to head back to Majula. And we can't open up that door until we get to the other side, which shouldn't be long. But yeah, let's head back to Majula, open up that mansion, because I believe we have another flask shard down there. I can't talk today. We've got a Pharaoh's Lockstone, which we will need in the upcoming area. Well, further in the Forest of Fallen Giants. You can also buy one, like I said, from Merchant Hag Melentia. That old lady in the forest. And if you're wondering what that sound is, there are like little pig monsters out back that are really small, but for some reason are like extra murderous. So we got some more shards, we got some more torches. You see them down there. For some reason, those little pig guys will fuck you up. I could have sworn there was another box up here. Huh, I guess it was just that one. Okay. Now that we got more shards, more torch uses, let's head down to the basement area. And so this is that map of Drang Lake that, what's-his-face was talking about. This is a skeleton lifted directly out of the model from the first game. I think it's the only one like it in, yeah, we'll want a drink here. So, got him. He drops a human effigy. Right here, a fun little Easter egg. It looks like this is the pieces of the Lord Vessel from the first game. And there's our shard. And inside here, we've got another treasure chest. Oh my god, someone's opening it up just as I am. That's convenient. We've got a soul vessel. Now, the soul vessel is our respec item. If we want to respec later, we take that to the witches, and they start our character's stats over from the beginning, and we get to reallocate our stats. So that's what I mean by respec, if you're not familiar with the term. We are going to go ahead and sit, though. We'll put away some stuff. You know, we're not going to be using a crossbow terribly much, so I don't think we'll need the binoculars. Yeah, that should be fine. No, I didn't want to. Name.
Is that a shot? However.
You'll notice I'll be skipping a lot of dialogue because there's a lot of dialogue in this game, especially compared to the other twos. Because you know how in Demon Souls, the Maiden in Black would talk in the background. Ugh, sorry, still a little early here. As you would level up at the screen. But every time you talk to the Emerald Herald, she has a speech to go through. So let's see what I can upgrade. Let's up our endurance a little bit, 10. Adaptability is something we'll want later. Let's get a little more health. Now we've got 3 flasks. I think that's the most we can get before first boss. Only got 1 soul item. I think we'll just, that should be good for now. Like I said, we'll get some more souls, So we'll get some more souls, we'll come back, we'll upgrade our items before we go fight the first boss. Who's, in my opinion, I think he's pretty cool. I like him. Now, despite the fact that we've opened up the shortcut here, we're going to want to go back down this way for just... Actually, I want to light my torch. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, now you've noticed I've got like 25 minutes of torch time. We're pretty good on that. You know, the goal is to kind of just stun lock the enemies around here. We will want to light that sconce. It will make future visits to this area much easier. We wanna... It's locked. Oh, you know what? I can't come down here till later. Okay, so... I guess we will go back out the shortcut. I forgot I needed the key for that. There's a key we won't be able to get till towards the end of the level here. Okay, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, something you've probably noticed is that the enemies in this area have a lot of reach weapons that can stagger you quite a bit. I'm honestly surprised we haven't died yet. We'll wanna... Oh man, I was really hoping that those ballistas would have killed this guy. Because now like 2 or 3 more guys are going to come out of there and try and attack us. Yep, it's 3. And these guys are kind of hard to take on all at once. So we'll want them to separate. Where'd the third guy go? Is he back in here? Where'd he go? So we got blue wooden shield, another soul item, great soul arrow spell. Yep, here he is. Let's see, is this shield any better than the one we've got? Probably not. Oh, it is actually. Good. I can't remember if... So yeah, we've got a little bit of a tricky spot down here. So we can use that Pharos' Lockstone here to open up a secret area here. There's a couple good treasure chests. A Titanite slab, which we're not going to need till much later. That's obviously it's a slab. And probably the most important item we will ever need, the Chloranthy ring. Y'all remember the Chloranthy ring, right? This chest is trapped. Got another shard. Life gem. Now enemies are going to come in and open that door. There's some more chests over there, but... let's see if we can't get the drop on these guys. Pop a couple of our arrows off here. Get in some damage. Fuck. I think there's only one guy left in here. Yeah, opening up that door at first is not a good idea. We've got another item in here. Which is the life ring and a large Titanite shard. So the life ring is going to up our HP a little bit. We'll put that on. So we've gotten a lot of the important items out of this area. We haven't used any Estus yet, but we're running a little low on life gems. Do I have any more fire bombs? I do not. So I'll tackle that place in a little bit. So let's talk to Pate here.
Hello there. Traveling all alone. Well, I hope you have a... oh, hogwash. Who am I to... My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful.
So, Pate's an interesting guy.
Upon travelers like yourself. Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. Now, the rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I'll leave this one to you.
So, yeah, let's... So that gate's going to close behind us, and we're going to get swarmed by some enemies. Don't worry, we'll be able to get out. Yeah, after this we're probably going to go sit down at that bonfire. Alright. Took care of those guys. I think right here somewhere there's a hidden door. I could have sworn there was a hidden door in this hallway. Aromatic ooze. Ah, here it is. So I think there's like a sorcerer's staff in here. Yeah, there is. Sorcerer's staff. So you want to dabble into sorceries, there's your free sorcerer's staff. So we can get up there a little later. We'll have to go into a different spot, but now we can just hop back down here and talk to Pate, and we'll get a reward.
I hope that brave. Be careful out there. Oh.
White Sign Soapstone.
With luck.
So now we can put down a summon sign if we really want to. I don't remember if there's a big dude in armor over here or not in this version. There is not. Surprised that didn't set off the explosives. Oh. Well, that did. That's why I was hoping there was a firebomb. Let's just kind of run. So there's a winged spear. Which could be useful if we're going to continue to go the Dex route. I'm not quite sure yet. More hollow soldier armor. So this is a tree giant. Now, why this is called the Forest of Fallen Giants is because in this setting, when the giants from across the sea die, they become trees. Like, their corpses become trees. Like, there's seeds planted inside them, and their corpses become trees. And so there's a forest here now because an entire army of invading giants was killed here in a big battle a long time ago. So we've got ourselves a light crossbow. So we do have a torch over here. I always fuck up this jump. Yep. Oh, shit. Oh, he showed me. Oh, did he come down after me? Good. Oh, fuck. I got parried. Come on. Come on. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah, these guys are really no joke. One of the problems I have with this game is the fact that the game uses a lot of groups of enemies as stuff to... as, like, obstacles rather than, well, rather than just, like clever level design. I mean, I like the level design in this game, but it's not as good, I don't think. Sorry, I gotta take care of something else off camera here real quick. Alright, let's keep going. We'll see if I can grab that item over there. I can never remember how to properly jump and grab that. Do I get stopped if I do? Yeah. Here we go. Soul item and a torch. There's a chest up here. I hear another dude walking around. Where is he? Nailbreaker and the infantry helm. Ah, there's the other guy. Surprise, cockfag. You know, Team America references. That door we can't unlock until later as well. But, you know, we've got ourselves Life Gem and Homeward Bone. Man, I was hoping I would only aggro one. Yeah, the Chloranthy ring. You know, a lot of the rings in this game have like a little glowy effect around your character, which I don't like, because it's a little visually distracting, but... Come on, just attack me. Do something. I fucking hate when enemies turtle. It's frustrating. Do I want to... Yeah, I'm gonna bait those guys out now, instead of get ambushed. Hi. Boy, I really wish I had more arrows. Don't worry, I'll get some more soon enough. Are they stuck? I think they're stuck. Now there's Fuckstick with a big armor and mace over there. If you recall one of him from earlier. We've got a halberd. I don't know why that jumped. Should not have jumped. That item's obviously it's a trap. Put there in hopes that you won't see this guy, who will come out and ambush you. I swear, big, scary enemies always have one more attack than you'd think they do. So let's open this area up. Oh, looks like my longsword's getting a little... It's in a little trouble there. We'll just, let's... Oh, I can't use it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I need some better stats to use either of these. Oh, right. Yeah, let's go back to the hand axe for now. This one, there was a crystal lizard in here. Oh, you know what? That must have been in the original game. And now... got some fire arrows. And that, ladies and gents, is our way to the first boss. So we are going to go, and that shortcut is now opened up. So let's head back up here. And that longsword back on. Let's go level up. See what we can do. I'm not sure if we want to level up. Yeah, we can level up stats after the boss. Well, let's go upgrade some weapons. Let's go up. Yeah, let's upgrade our longsword. Ugh. That's 2, 3, plus 4. So that soldier shield isn't any better than... Oh, large leather shield. That's a good one. Don't worry, we'll be getting a better shield pretty soon. But... do I want to keep... Do I want to bother upgrading... Let's see. What do I have? Soul item-wise. Yeah, let's pop all these and level up. Probably get 2 levels out of this. Yeah. Almost 3. Damn. We are... I'm not going to bother with magic. I'm not going to bother with magic. That attunement can stay right where it is. We want more health. Or do we want some adaptability? Adaptability, not only does it raise our poise, and a lot of our resistances, which actually do matter in this game, unlike resistance in Dark Souls 1, which is a completely useless stat, it also, after a certain point, raises our agility, which is invincibility frames on dodge rolls, which is actually quite useful. So, yeah, let's up our dex, because we can almost use that winged spear, and that's a pretty solid weapon as well. So let's go back to Cardinal Tower, and let's prepare for our first boss, the last giant. Who I like. I think he's a good first boss. I smell a summon sign. I'm gonna summon you. Oh. Well, fuck. We don't need him. Now, downside to summoning in this game. Unlike in the other games, when you summon, your damage is halved. Damage is halved. So I'm wondering if we bother summoning someone for this fight, or if we just go it alone. If you didn't notice, one of those dudes with the armor and the great hammer mace just went up on the other side of the elevator, so he'll be up there when we go back. There's some dude with a big S-stock. remember what key we need to open this. Oh, but we can summon... Yeah, we'll summon a couple of dudes. We'll summon Sellsword Luet, but also we can summon Pate to help us in this fight. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just show off the NPCs. I like the little cutscenes and vignetting we get for some of the bosses. I think it's really cool that we get a decent amount of boss cutscenes as well. There are actually a shitload of bosses in this game compared to the other ones. So yeah, you'll want to be careful. Watch his stomp attacks. Careful of his sweep attacks. 'Cause he can do a lot of damage to you. Yep, like that. Oh, I could be in a little bit of trouble here if I don't get out of that. Yeah, because obviously he's a giant, he's going to be dealing a lot of damage with his attacks. He's a big, scary giant. And now we get into stage 2. This was, I think, first Souls game to have, like, multi-stage bosses. Except for maybe, like, Bed of Chaos in the first game. Yep, we got him. So yeah, in his second stage he rips off his arm and starts using it as a club. Which is pretty fucking baller. So we've gotten ourselves a bunch of souls, and that key... I don't think that key gets us in here. No, we need a different key. We'll get later. But that key gets us to all the other locked doors in this area, save for that one down there, and one more that we need a major story item to get through. Like I said, that's somewhere we won't be able to access until very late in the game. Oh, hi. Where'd that big dude in armor go? That's weird. Alright, so yeah, now our sword's doing some pretty decent damage. We've upgraded it quite a bit for this stage of the game. So, got ourselves a Grand Lance. What does that take to use? 22 strength, 18 dex. So that's a pretty cool, cool weapon there. It's big, but this is the door we won't be able to access until much later in the game. But this guy never respawns, so we'll just deal with you now. Come on. These guys aren't terribly difficult to fight one-on-one. And usually you can get backstabs in on them decently well, but... I guess I was having a little trouble. Amber herb. Alright, well, let's actually go back down and sit at the bonfire before we... actually, no, let's... open this door. Yeah, let's go back and sit down. We might want to go level up too now while we've got the shitload of souls. I am still honestly surprised we actually haven't died yet. Usually I've done fucked up at least once by now. Alright. I'm probably not going to use the Soul of the Last Giant for his boss weapon. Yeah, I'm just going to get some souls out of this. Fuck it. Hey there, girl. Bear, seek, lest. Let's do some serious leveling. Alright. 20. Sorry, I've got 6 more levels in here. So what do we want to do? Up our strength a little bit. So let's up our strength. Let's go for more of like a quality build kind of thing. Let's up our health. Yeah, quality build's probably pretty good with Bandit as a starting class. Oh, the Hollow Soldier armor's a little better. It's not quite as goofy. Item box. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, no, that's not very good. You know what? That bandit armor is much more durable, though. Yeah, I should have looked at that first, but... yeah, that's much more durable. Don't need that. I can tell you that right now. We're not gonna need that. All right, let's buy some arrows.
I'll be around.
Oh, that's a wood arrow? God damn it. Well, we get some regular iron arrows now. Some fire arrows. We'll put the wood bolts on here just because why not? Yeah, they don't take up anything. Actually, you know what? No, I don't need these equipped. What the hell am I doing? So... let's get a little better strength scaling. That winged spear is going to be... oh, we can use that now. Yeah, so... so now... yeah, so we've got a little bit of a better stab range. We've got a good sweeping attack here with the sword. We can kind of play defensively behind the shield with our spear. Yeah, winged spear is actually a pretty solid dex weapon, if I recall correctly. So we can do that for now. That's... Can't use the halberd till we get some better strength, but... Or this great lance. These are... But I think kind of like the only real upside to the fact that our weapons are so fragile is that, do I have any soul items? No.
Everyone, we call this everyone.
Okay.
We call this not to.
Whoop.
It's just lonely.
She always complains. NPCs always complain when you don't buy anything, and I find that kind of funny. Now we can access an other area we didn't get to really do so much before. And no, it was blocked off by the key. And yeah, I probably should up. Yeah, I'll up adaptability a little bit later. I feel like early game offensive stats are a little better. It's still plenty early on, so I think we can get away with having pretty low adaptability right now. Soldier leggings. Yeah, Orty, you're probably right. Like I said, adaptability is going to be useful later on. I'll definitely need some of that. Right now, I think I'm okay. I guess when there used to be an item over there. I guess maybe there was in the original release. Shit. Alright. Yeah, I'm surprised a class that is so combat focused doesn't start out with more adaptability than 3. I'm gonna real quick see if anybody's out by the bonfire, because that might help us with the upcoming boss that's beyond the... Oh. Hi. It's beyond that fog wall, because he's pretty tough. He's actually pretty tough. He's the Pursuer is not an easy boss fight. Yeah, I apologize in advance if I'm not great at immediately seeing or replying to comments on the chat. I've got the stream running on my laptop right next to me, but it's kind of out of my my field of view in the room. Cannot use bonfire. Ah, fuck. Am I being invaded? What the hell's going on? Yep. Fucking knew it. Alright. That's how you want to fucking play it, big guy. I'm waiting. I'm not gonna come to you. I'm gonna stay right the fuck here. Oh, come on. This isn't even fair. Yeah, look at that. Rockin' Velstat's armor. Holy shit. What weapon is that? That's fucking sweet. Yep. I figured that was gonna happen. At some point. Well, if not now, then probably later. Well, we've gotten our shit thoroughly kicked in for right now, but good thing is our souls are right here, so we don't really have to worry about that. Now, you know what? Since we're hollow, let's wait on the pursuer until later and check out the other way. Eat it, dick. Oh, you know what? I think I might actually want to effigy up here. I've got plenty. Yeah, unlike in Dark Souls 3, your humanity item... Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck me. Okay, hi. Hi, skeletons. Hello. I didn't think you were supposed to spawn yet. Until I got closer to you. Hi there, friends. Don't get back up. Christ. Yeah, usually the skeletons aren't a problem. They just took me by surprise is all. Like shit. Okay. Light this. And get a little friend here. Little NPC who can help us through this actually kind of tough area up ahead. Ruined Elphus. So yeah, he's we got a spellcaster here helping us out. It's black fire bombs, homeward bone. All right. More skelebones. Swear there was more. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, like the dynamic lighting effects in this game are really great. Ow. Sirs. Incredibly rude. I think if I was a little more proactive, I could deal with the skeletons a bit better. I don't think we need any more torches in there. I think he's got a little light. That's neat. He's got a little light. Old ironclad helm. Alright, so I got his helmet. And green blossom, amber, cool. Some more dudes come and spawn and start attacking us. Because of that. Oh, fuck me. Hi. Well, you can't climb ladders, so go fuck yourselves. Some red eye orbs, bastard sword, weapon I will always have a fondness for. I'm guilty. That I'm always partial to two-handed stuff. It's my jam. You know what, now that we're up here, let's... Where's Fuckface McGee? This fucking sucks. Oh boy. Let's just go in here. Let's just go down here and not open those doors quite. Please don't tell me they can break open they broke open the door. Actually, oh, can we cheese them? Nope. Okay. We're in trouble. Yeah, big overhead, auto-tracking attacks. Late dodges are better. And luckily, you can't be hurt while you're opening a door. I'm just gonna... keep leading these fucks on a... Oof. Okay, I need to be careful. Alphys, buddy, help me out here. I know I'm gonna need this flask. Oh. He's returning. Hey, wait a minute. Another old ironclad helmet. Christ, we got so distracted by those enemies we forgot to come back here and get the items. I believe I'm going to get invaded soon. Yep. Big soul item. This guy's tough. Remember when I said I was going to need that flask? This would be why. Oh, please, no. Fuck! God damn it. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. There's a bonfire right there. There's a bonfire right fucking there, but he spawns in front of it. Alright. Should be able to get back there with relative ease. Yeah, the thing about the skeletons is if you can get the jump on them, like while they try to like assemble, you can usually take them on. Oh, geez. How'd I forget that? Must not have seen it behind the torch. Oh, luring skull. Cool. Okay. I don't know why this door doesn't stay open. Yeah, we're just gonna... cheese you however possible. Ah, fuck, I hate that. I forgot they can do that. That was a bad dodge. That was also a bad dodge. Please don't die again. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh. Eat a dick. And I really didn't want to have to only be down to like 1 or 2 flasks to fight this guy. Armorer Dennis. Can I make that jump? Now I wonder. If I trigger these guys up here, will they follow me down from the usual way? Yep. Looks that way. What to do? So can I actually bait them one at a time? Yeah, let's get into a little more of an open area. Hey. Get over here. Jesus. That was a bad dodge. Yeah, you gotta be extra careful when going up against guys like this. They are pretty tough. And like, while I could go for like the 5 attack wombo combo, usually not advised. I can't remember if I still get invaded if I'm hollow over here. What's, Oh, nope, that's not where the bonfire is. That's where Dennis is. I fucked up. Can I light the bonfire at least? Sweet. Oh, well, fuck me. Oh, and I spawn right here. And there's my souls. So good news is now I can just fight him. So I'm sure what you've noticed is that my maximum health is rapidly decreasing. And that's because, well, my maximum health is decreasing every time I die. That's a mechanic of... That was how the mechanic of hollowing works in this game. Oh, can I get him off? Can I push him off? No. Oh, well, that didn't work. Yeah, that's the problem. You gotta... Against human-sized enemies, finding a good drink from a bad drink is a little more difficult. It's so fucking slow. It's the trade-off of the consumables versus the Estus. Estus animation is slow, but it heals a lot of health. Consumables, it heals less health, but heals other health. Oh, heals health over a longer period of time. Man, I'm shocked that did not interrupt his cast. Yeah, he's a tough one. He got me during my dodge roll. I am shocked that my attacks aren't interrupting his casting. Dude's got some crazy poise. Got him! And for our reward, we get a human effigy, I believe. Yep. And here's one of those giant trees. Again, they won't be important until later. Much later in the game. So, let's sit. Actually, let's go back to Majula. Let's level up some adaptability. I think we're gonna need it. I don't mind kind of blowing all these soul items at once if I know I'm going to spend them.
There, less.
Let's just, yeah, let's crank up adaptability. Call that good. And we'll head back. Then I think we're going to go try and take on the Pursuer. That is a, that is our next boss fight. If we're going to have any friends here, they'll be in the area right around this bonfire. It's usually the best place for them. So kind of hope we have someone come up here. If not, I can check to see if Ruined Elphus comes back. If his sign comes back. Hey, life gem. Yeah, I wonder, does his summon sign come back? Or no? It does! You know what? Yeah, let's bring him along for the boss fight. Let's... Yeah, he has a little summon sign, so... we gotta be quick about this. I do like that Alphys' summon sign does come back even when his time runs out. Oh shit, did I run out of gems? Alright, let's hurry up. Here we go. Boss number 2. He is a motherfucker. You want to talk about no fucking joke? Pursuer's no fucking joke. Oh, stay there. Yeah! Oh, that was perfect. But yeah, that's kind of a way you can cheese that boss fight. If you have like an NPC or a friend to kind of distract him, you can shoot him with the ballistas and deal a shitload of damage. And we did, and it worked really, really well. I'm really happy with that. That was great. I've never done the Pursuer in one go before. I'm really happy about that. Alright. So up here is a way we can basically skip an entire area of the game and get to the Lost Bastille, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to hop down here because one of our most important sets of armor and stuff is right here. It's the Drangleic set, and it's fucking great. But most importantly, what we get is... Oh god, I need more strength. Is the Drangleic shield. Which, as soon as I up my strength to one more, I can use. But it's our first, like, 100% damage reduction shield. It's a motherfucker. But if you're going for, like, a heavy armored sort of character, then the Drangleic mail, the Drangleic set, is very good. So I'll just put that on to... Oh, whoops. Yeah, unfortunately, it's too heavy for me. Yeah, it's a little too heavy, but you can keep on those gauntlets and leggings. Those are much better than what we had. Yeah, anything over 70 and you're gonna start to fat roll. The only problem with that Drangleic shield is that it is fucking heavy. So we're gonna want to up our strength by 1, our vit, and adaptability. Thanks, Happy Scarret. Like I said before, if I happen to miss your comments on chat here, I apologize. I might not get to them right away. It views a bit off screen for me. I don't have VODs on screen on my TV. I do have them on my laptop separately.
Bearer of the seek lest.
Bearer seek lest. Alright, what do you got for me? Alright, so let's up our strength by 1. Adaptability up to 10. Fit up a few points. You know, I don't think I'm going to use any of the Pursuer's items either. So I don't really need any of the Pursuer's boss weapons. They're good, but I don't think they're what I want to use. So we'll just pop that. Get some more. Let's get some more levels in fit. Crank that up. So hopefully we can use some better armor. Let's see what we can equip now. That's still a little too heavy, but we can use this now, and that's what's really important. Drangleic armor is very good. It's very strong. Drangleic sword is another really good, like, great sword type weapon. I don't think we're going to be using those in this playthrough. We're probably going to be going with more dex weapons. If we're going to do 2 hands, we're probably going to do spears or halberds. That crossbow away, don't need that. I don't think I'm going to need, like, literally any other shield ever again. I mean, that's not a joke either. It's just... This shield is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. 100 physical resist, 70 magic resist, 55 fire and lightning resist, 35 dark resist. Like, this is just a great shield. I will be... upping it to, upgrading it to increase its stability. Stability keeps you from getting knocked back by attacks, obviously. You know, maybe I don't need the spear on right now. Don't really think I'm going to be using that, so we can just... Yeah, so we'll... Yeah, so, you know, yeah, we'll put on the Drangleic mail. We'll head down, now that we've beaten the Pursuer, to our second main area of the game. And I usually grind this place out of enemies because they give you so many fucking souls. Illusion ahead? Oh, there's not. Don't lie to the newbies. Yeah, the Drangleic set is very, very strong and very good, but it's also pretty fucking heavy. So let's take that helmet off. So, this way. Let us enter Hades Tower Flame. Now these boys right here, sitting down, are Hadenites. And they are motherfuckers. Now in the original game there were only a couple of them, and they were spread throughout a couple areas of the game, and if you killed them you got a specific item. Here, in Scholar of the First Sin, they've been spread over a few different areas of the game, mostly here. And unlike in the original game, they do respawn. And they are very strong. We'll see what we can do. Huh. I did not expect that to be so easy. It's probably because I've cranked most of my souls into leveling up my sword and my, here you got the old knights, who are big and slow and actually pretty easy to kill. Here we got our first bonfire, right down here. I think this is a great place to farm souls early game, because all the enemies here... Yeah, because all the enemies here give you a shitload of souls. Most of them have pretty predictable patterns. I got some pretty good armor right now. Yeah, remember what I said about every enemy having one more attack than it seems like they should? There's a lot of fake outs in this, and that enemy's got one of them. Alright, so we got a soul item, human effigy. Ah, there, Fran. Oh, fuck! Oh, god damn it. Well. I forgot how much they push back. Oh, wait, did that dude accidentally open the... Well, that's embarrassing. Yeah, here's my ugly zombie face. You're gonna be seeing that a lot in Dark Souls 2. that's just me getting careless. Yeah, but the unique thing about the Haydenites here is that, save for a couple, they don't get up and do anything unless you attack them. You get a lot of cracked blue eye orbs in this game. I don't remember what the blue eye orbs do. I never... Oh yeah, the blue eye orbs allow you to invade someone who's invading. Crack blue eye. Yeah, I'm getting a little careless here, aren't I? It's Talisman. Hailstone. Got this. Actually, you can see right there is an upcoming boss fight. But we're gonna... You'll see there's this big ring that's around him. Of empty space that you can fall off and die in pretty easily. So pulling this lever adds a little bit of space to where you have more room to fight. Can't get pushed off so easy. Drink. Ah, that was bad dodge. Ah, shit. Yep, that was bad dodges. It's been a while since I've played Souls 2, so... forgive me if I haven't... if I'm not exactly up to snuff. Yeah, these guys drop a lot of shit. The Haydenites have a very strange attack pattern. You got some reach on them. Yeah, watch out when they stand still like that. Because they're going to do a little charge attack on you. I'm gonna need to spend some souls on life gems. I am not doing very good on dodge rolls here. Now, obviously, as you saw earlier, environmental hazard, dropping off the edge and fucking dying like a bitch. Don't think that... Yeah, we should be fine. We'll just Bad dodge. And now I'm gonna get attacked by two at once. Fuck, I forgot how far they follow you out in this. Oh, fuck me. Thought I could get past him. Oh well. But yeah, you can see why this area is tough. Big stompy enemies that do a lot of damage. Have a ridiculous reach. And can push you off the edge. Maybe get the souls first. I'm not gonna risk fighting you, because I know you can kill me easily. I think no area in the game demonstrates the fuckier hitboxes than this one. Now obviously, as you hollow, your maximum health decreases, etc., as I said before. Now, there is a ring you can get that can limit how far... You're hollowing, your max health drops out to its lowest at 50%. That's the most you can hollow out before using a human effigy. Turns you to human. And back up to full health. There is a ring we can get pretty soon that we're probably just gonna want to keep equipped for the rest of the game. And that switch opens up the second ringway that fills up the arena entirely for the boss fight, so there's no risk of us being pushed off the edge now. Yep, if I just run past him, I can bait one at a time, and we'll be... good to go. So up ahead past that door is the boss fight. There's another one I think I want to do first. Fuck, I hate that. Hate how much range their hitboxes have. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna wanna aggro this guy. Yeah, it might not seem so tough, but I've played through this game like 3 or 4 times. I have a lot less trouble with them than a lot of people tend to. Oh, hey, here it is. Actually, there's that ring. The Ring of Binding. You're probably just never going to take that off because it caps off your hollowing at 75%. Instead of 50%. So you hollow half as quickly, and the maximum you can be hollowed out is half as much. Now, I like the look of this area. It's gorgeous. We'll probably head back to the bonfire and Majula after I deal with fuckwit McStick shit over here. And this is the first part where the game starts to break the rules. Aid Knight gets up. You get a little bit of the game breaking its own rules, like I said. I have no flasks left, so I'm just gonna... Can I kill this guy without dying? I've got 10k on me. No pressure. Drop something. I always miss stuff when these guys drop it because it's so bright in this area. Crack blue eye orb. He's back over here. Alright, got him. Drop something? No. There's an item over here, though. And that's a good one. Alright, yeah, you know what, we'll just... How many homeward bone? Oh, 8. Yeah, we'll just... Homeward bone. Yeah, I'm thinking we should cash in these souls, probably. Do some leveling. What you got for me, babe? Yep, crank up some adaptability. Yeah, levels are like fucking candy in this game. You have like what? 37. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I'm actually going to take a quick break. Bathroom break. Actually, you know what? I think this is a good place to call it for this episode. for this show. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I had a lot of fun just doing a quick little session, Dark Souls 2. Like I said, as of the time of this recording, Dark Souls Remastered drops tomorrow, and that should be a good time for everybody. But I figured I'd play a little bit of this, just have some fun with it. So, until next time.